Okay, so today we're going to be hopefully doing something with our win booleans here. So we've got white wins or black wins, right? Now if we look at the game, right now, if we build out a road, we have that white one there, and if we were to cover it up, like that, it is no longer a win. But if we had, also we can have a vertical win, like this, black, and if we cover up this one, it's actually still a vertical win. And then if we were to cover it, it would stop being a win. But we need to actually do something with the win, because if it's a win, we have to prevent the player from placing any more stones and prevent the player from moving any stack of stones in their control. So we need to actually use that boolean now. My first instinct is to go to our play state. Here, in our update function, geez. Here we go. In our update function, we're doing a bunch of this stuff. Now, what if we were to indent all of this? Everything in our play state. We only actually update if we're not a player one. Not player one, but if both player wins values are false, we would not do anything. Oh Jesus, play state's huge. Jeez, man. Okay, so we're gonna move this over. And then we're gonna say, if black wins, we're gonna do something. And then if white wins, we're gonna do something different. Now we can either do, actually we should probably do this in an else if. So we can say, hey, is black winning? Do something. Else if white wins, then do something else. Then we can say come on, dude. Why? Shift. Oh, there we go. Else do this, which is all of our logic, and then we have an end at the end. Come on. We put an end here. And then so yeah, if black wins, and actually we need to indent this stuff. I don't know I could do whatever I just did. I don't know I could do that. I don't know how I did that. But black wins, white wins else. Is there a then for else? I don't think there is. Let's see if that runs or crashes. Now we're not running any of our debugging anymore for some reason, but actually that's because... Why is that? Why is that? We are actually not setting our... Huh? I don't know why it's not rendering the debug. Yeah, it should be running that. What if we... Fuck. Why are we not running debug? Do we only run debug if there's a win? Oh, see, look at that. It paused. See, that's what we want. We want to pause our stone like that, but it's not rendering debugging for some reason. Here. What if we render debugging no matter what? Nope. We render debugging no matter what. Then we ask if black wins and white wins. And then otherwise we're doing the rest of our code. Now, is debugging running? What the heck, dude? Undo. Okay, if we've got this, are we running debugging? Yes. Why would that change? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and render the debugging. Next thing we're going to do is visual mode the whole line. We're going to go maybe, what, 500 lines down? And then we want to go more down. Jeez, how many lines is that? This is render. So we've gone too far. Right here. Need to indent all this. And then we need to just say if black wins. Let's do something. And then I want to say else if white wins. Try something else. And then I'm going to leave that code out at the moment and make sure we're still rendering debugging, which we are. And then I'm going to plop this down inside an else. So we're going to say else do this. Okay, now this would crash because I didn't have an end at the end of it. Uh-oh. Yeah. So if I give us an end, render, we give ourselves an end right here. Okay, now we're rendering debugging. Now if we win, we should stop updating and we can't do anything, which is great. That's perfect. So now the only thing we want to do is toggle our stone so we don't accidentally render it. Render the next player's stone. We don't want to do that. So if we go to our DT, we can say white wins, then we want to actually swap the toggle in our main. Now where is that? We've got a toggle, I thought it was in our main, for pressing tab. Right here. Set mouse visible. So Yeah, we need something just like this, where we say if tab was pressed, swap it. So love.keyboard.was pressed, we should be able to get away with that. We can say, actually we don't want the key pressed, we just want to swap it. So we actually just want one thing, which is set visible, to be false. No, it's not the mouse that's visible that we want to get rid of, it's the stone. So what are we doing to toggle the stone render? Renders the stone at mouse position. Where is that? Renders player's turn, renders stone at mouse position. It is literally a toggle mouse stone. So let's go to here and say our toggle mouse stone. Toggle mouse stone gets false. And then I'm hoping that will actually stop, oops, the toggle mouse stone. Gets false. So nice. Okay, so let's see if we don't render the black stone by the time we win. We still are. We still are. We still are. So what if we swap that boolean, not here, but we swap it right when we place it, which would be here in a... When would we be setting potential road 5 to be getting true? Potential road 5. So I guess in our function there, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna say if our parameter is 5 for our potential road, or we set it, we're just gonna swap that boolean. Let's see if that works. Okay, so here's our potential road vertical. So if we're in our last row, if our row is equal to 5, and we're gonna be a potential road in that 5, we're gonna actually flush, or actually toggle our mouse stone off. So we're gonna add another line. We're gonna paste our line in there. Now, we should be able to just take this line and put it wherever we've got this potential road being true on our last column. Maybe that'll fix it. Because we're trying to turn off the stone, the other player, by the time there's a win. So we've got that. We need it for the other color as well. We need it for here. We need it for here. And here. And then we need it for our horizontal. Let's check if that just works for our vertical though. We're hoping it stops rendering that black stone by the time we get a win. It's still rendering it. It's still rendering it. So what if we forget about all that? We forget about all this. And we instead go to our toggle mouse stone. Dude. What if we go here into our render? If not toggle mouse stone, then go ahead and render it. Okay, so I had it flipped. It should be toggle mouse stone true to toggle it off. So that's a little backwards. But what if we do it here where we say we only do the toggle mouse stone if not white wins and not black wins. Then go ahead and do this toggle mouse stone render. And then maybe that'll fix it. Nice. So now we can toggle our mouse back on, and now we're not allowed to select any player or any stone or move any grid. So that's exactly what we want before we reset it. So we've got this. That's huge. That's huge because this is so cool because we're so close to being done with the main features. We still have to debug and everything and test and stuff, but I'm really happy that we're almost done. The last thing I want to do is print out a winner if someone's win. If someone has won, right? So here at the end, we're just going to do it right at the end here. We'll say win. And then we'll say if white wins, then we'll have something. And then else if black wins, then we'll do another print. And then the thing we want to print, we want to set our, what is our title font? Let's just snag our title font. Right here. So. We're gonna set our color. We're gonna set our font, set our color to white, and then actually print out white wins. And then we want this to be virtual width divided by virtual length. No. Virtual width. How do you do? There's a way you can center. Is it printf? I think printf takes an x, a y, virtual height, and then a type of alignment, something like that maybe. Nope. Printf. Let me check what printf is in Love 2D. XY limit align. The limit maximum width in pixels gets wrapped. So I need a X or Y, a limit and a line. A limit and a line. Limit and then a line. Okay. We've got it right here. If white wins, it's an X, a Y, a limit, then an align. So I'm going to give the limit to be virtual width, and then the align to be center. And now maybe it'll do white. Nope. But also, I think we're only rendering. Yeah, we're actually only rendering. Wait. No, we're only doing that for milestone. Let's just see if we take this out completely. Does it render anything? No. Okay, well let's get to where we're just rendering a damn thing. X and Y, we'll delete this, and then we'll call it... Dude. Okay. We should be rendering white winds right now, and we're not. Rendering. Okay, I know what it is. We need to divide this by 2. And we need to divide this by 2. It's rendering it out of visible boundaries. So instead of the center of the screen being here, we want the center to be over here. So what do we do for that? Well, we would say maybe this is divided by 3. What does that look like? Kind of want it to be over the board like white wins, I think. So maybe a little bit more scooted. Okay. Good on the X, now for the Y. What the heck? Why does it say we're in terminal? How are we in a terminal right now? I'm a little confused. There we go. Did I just lose that? That data? Whatever. Okay. Okay, now let's put, I think it's a little bit lower. We want to shift it by a little bit downwards. So we'll say downwards by another 5 pixels maybe. I want it to be, you know, nice and aligned with the, with the road there, and then winds will go right here. So we'll add that on a separate line. So we'll say, that. Try that again. So if I want to yank a line, oh god. If I want to yank a line, I'll yank it and paste it, and then it takes the new line with it, so I can get away with that. Now that is winds, and this is white. And then let's see what that's looking like. Yeah, and we need white, or we need winds lower and left more. So we'll say wins needs to be lower. So how about divided by only 6? We'll take away the modification just yet. Actually 4. And then this will be over less, so maybe 4 as well. So let's see. Okay. So it needs to be lower and lefter. Lower and leftist, huh? So lower would mean that this needs to be a higher number, so we divide by less. Right? Yes, that's just about perfect. Now left, however much left more. Left needs to be a smaller number, so we need to divide this by more. Yo. Okay. So now if we get a white wins, it should be like that. But we want a drop shadow so we can read it, because we couldn't read white on white. So what we're actually going to do is yank all this, paste all this. Now the second one is our white, but the first one will be our black. So we're going to change all of this to 0. Okay. So we say change word 0. Change word 0. Change word 0. Okay, we've already got our font set. But we do need to render this maybe 4 pixels to the right. Let's do 5. What? And then 5 pixels to the right is already modified by 5, so we'll replace with a 10. So we'll say 10. Whatever. Okay. So this we're going to move over by 5 pixels on the x-axis. Same with our wins. And then we're going to move it down by 10, no, by 5 on our y-axis, but that means this needs to be a 10. I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. I'm looking for the black. That's because our alpha channel was nothing. So we'll set our alpha channel to fully opaque, and now we have a sort of border. Now it's too much. I think 5 pixels is too much. So let's do maybe 2 pixels, which means this would be 6, and that would be 2, and that would be 2. So this is actually going to be, actually let me just look at it. Not bad. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm thinking it needs to be here and here, you know, centered on the board like that. So let's fix that. Let's worry first about our main color. So we'll actually go ahead and put a comment block here, and then here, end it. Now we're only working on our placement, so we want this to be down a couple pixels so it lines up with the second row, which is maybe 50 pixels or something. So let's give us that 50 pixels here, a little bit lower, maybe 70, and then a little bit lower, maybe 80. nice. Yeah, maybe a couple pixels higher, so a little awkward, but maybe 75. A little bit lower. I know I'm getting nitpicky, but I want it to be good. Cool, that looks good for that one. Winds needs to be shifted lower a bit. So we'll shift it lower a bit. By how much? That same 77. Let's see what that looks like. Yes. Now it needs to be a little bit higher. So maybe 67. Let's see what that looks like. That's just about right. Now, if we have a white road, see how we can't read it? So white winds, but you can't read it, so let's... Actually, the first thing I want to do is center this. Needs to be left just a bit, and this needs to be left a little bit more to get fully centered. So the top one, we're going to shift by what? Minus 20. We'll see if that... That's actually pretty close. It's pretty close. I want it to be a little to the right just because I feel like it. So minus 15 maybe. Yeah. I want that E to be flush, so we'll give it like one more pixel. That looks pretty good. And then we need to scoot winds to the left, maybe 5 pixels or something like that. Maybe 10 pixels. Yeah, maybe up 1 pixel on the winds. And white winds, that's cool. Okay, now let's worry about our drop shadow. So we'll turn this bad boy back on. And we'll say that we indeed do the same thing, except we're going to add... Actually, I need to update this to our updated positions first. So, this is minus 10. That's the same, so what we need to do is modify it by 2 pixels. So 2 pixels to the right, 2 pixels to the right, and then 2 pixels down, and 2 pixels down. Now I'm not simplifying these additions because I want to see the ratio that I'm trying to modify with the drop shadow. So that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Maybe a little too tight. Maybe 1 more pixel. So we can go ahead and just do this like this. Nice. Now if we have a white road, it'll say white wins, and we can still read white wins. Now, now what? We've got, oopsie. We can go ahead. Okay. Okay. This actually needs to be right here. Nope. Okay. We need a black wins now. So what we're actually going to do is yank this, and we'll do it outside of this loop first, so we can make sure it's working. And then we'll put it in our conditionals. So we'll say black wins, black wins. Nice. That's just about right. It just needs to shift black over maybe 15 pixels to the right, or 10. So this would be maybe -4 instead. See how that looks. Nice. Nice. And can you read that over black? Yeah, you can. And then white wins as well. Okay. So now that we've got black wins and we're happy with it, we can go ahead and put it back where it belongs. Indent it correctly. Move this. And then now we've got our magic now. Now we actually do something when someone wins. So if we're going for a vertical road, we do a road kind of like this. Black one. Nice. Nice. That's cool. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, but I just realized, why is there a vertical? Why is there a vertical on black right there? That shouldn't be a potential road. So that's a bug. Actually, I just took a picture of that. Let me recreate it. So it was a black right here, and then that was messed up, dude. That's jacked. Why does it do that? It's like if it has a road, right? And it has any stone over here by the time we... What the heck? Why was it doing that? How is this a potential road? How is that a potential road? That's a little messed up. A road black vertical is a little messed up. Are we sure we didn't accidentally bust that? Shit. Okay. Yeah, see, that's jacked. Those aren't potential roads, just like how these aren't potential roads, vertical. So there's a hidden bug in here, for our roadblock V that we're missing. So that'll be in our potential road function, and it's our potential road vertical, and it's black for black. See, we're not asking. Yeah, yes, we are. Potential road black. Okay. We're asking potential road white. Okay. See, what's weird is, yeah, actually, we're using the same code to determine a potential road. So if this one, if we were to swap it, see how pink is now busted. So it might be just a column 3 thing. Well, let's see. Nope. What the heck? But look, if we do that same thing over here with white stones, it's fine. What the heck, dude? Actually, that's almost right. That should not be a potential road. That should not be a potential road. I don't know how that's getting set to be a potential road. So in our row 2, we're asking if this is by the time we're passing in rows, which the lowest row would be a 2. So if we take that as an example, we pass in 2, we're on column 2. If that one is a potential road, then we're going to check the one directly to the left of us or any orthogonal. Now the thing is, oh, see, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. We don't need these ends here. We need to indent this. And then no end here, and indent this. Yep, just like that. And then we can add this and this. I think that's right. And we'll just make sure we do that same thing for this. So the first one, the minus doesn't need it, but the pluses do. There we go. Okay. See, we did it right here on column 3. Yeah, we did it right on column 3. And when it looks like we did it right here. Let's see if that fixes our problem. Nice. Nice. Yes. Does it fix it with this? Nice. Yes. Yes. What just happened? This is totally jacked. Oh, no, no, no. This is a win. Yeah, this is a win. This is a horizontal win. We're not printing our horizontal road colors. But white did win there. That's awesome. Okay. Now we just need a way to get out of that and reset the board. Now we've already got that functionality by pressing R. That's just to help me, but if we look what happens when we press R, it's literally just calling a function called reset board. So if we visual select this and yank it. Then in our update, we can wait for a move type press. In our update right here, right here. If someone wins, we're gonna go ahead and only reset the board if love.keyboard.key pressed love.keyboard.was pressed. Love.keyboard.was pressed. Love.keyboard.was pressed. And then the key is enter or return, depending on which operating system you're on. Since I code for Mac, I include the return because I think that's what it is. Okay. Okay. This is where we reset the board. Okay, we run the reset board function. And same with white. Okay, now we should be able to get out of a win once we've made it. So let's test. Cool. So look, if we click, we can't move. Oh, well, we can fuck it up, that's for sure. If we click, we can't move any stones. Arrow keys do nothing but enter. Index is a nil value. Great. What is going on up here, man? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to flush our white wins, black wins upon a reset is what we need to do. So black wins, white wins needs to be flushed to false. Exactly this. Now, reset board. Here we go. Still crashing, man. Two, 3, 5, 8. Yeah, it really just crashes on our debug. Then why does R work to reset? Why does R work to reset, but enter while this is pressed doesn't work? We're doing the same thing, it's just calling reset board. Where do we do this reset? Grid reset. Where are we doing this? So why don't we do this? Yeah, why don't we actually... We need our mouse variables out of this line. There's a shortcut I have. Maybe it's Control Shift. There we go. That's what I was wanting. Nice. Cool. That should work now. And we can indent this closer. Not like that. Not like that. Just indent it, bro. Why like that? Why like that? Not like that. Okay. Now let's try that. White wins. We can't have this fucking crash on a win, man. That's annoying, dude. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. We're literally doing the reset board at the same state and time when we're doing this. What if... Now what's crashing is... What's crashing is our occupant... Our grid occupant is a nil. So it's saying when we try to access the mouse grid, we're a nil. So what if we just set those to not a nil, either right before we reset the board or right after we reset the board? Actually, when we reset the board, what happens to mouse Y grid and mouse X grid? They get set to 0. Why do they get set to 0? That's a nil number, as according to Lua, who is 1 indexed. Will that fuck up everything? When do we assign mouse X and mouse Y? Come on, dude. When do we assign this? I grid 1 here, which is where? Where is this? It's towards the beginning. Okay, so if we just add reset board here, it should work now. Okay. Okay, moment of truth. Yes. That's the shit. So now we got game 2 potential, right? And then we've got game 3 potential. Now I'm curious, did we just fix our bug? Did we fix our crashing bug? We did. I think we did. We don't crash when our mouse is not over it now. Jeez. I should have caught that earlier. Assigning mouse grid to 0 instead of 1 on the reset function. I really should have caught that. That's awesome. That's sick. That's sick. Okay. So now if I build out like a potential road here, that's sick, dude. That's sick. That's awesome. And then we can reset it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's so close to being done, dude. That's sick. And we fixed the crashing bug that we've been dealing with this whole entire time. We take a look at our git diff here. We fixed a bug that prevented us from resetting with non-nil values. We toggle mouse stone to be equal to false upon a reset. Why did we take that out? Why did we take that out? Function reset board. Actually, I don't know why we took that out. Let me check something. It takes 2 presses for our mouse stone to be reset. I think we made a mistake in taking out the mouse stone gets false in the reset function. I don't know why we did that, or I don't remember doing that. Let's go to that reset function, declaration, and we'll add toggle stone gets false here. Toggle mouse stone gets false. Now, do we only have to press it once? Yep. Okay. So we can still toggle that off if we want for debugging. This is sick. This is sick. This is sick. This is awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and commit. This is huge, man. This is huge. Added win states for players and subsequent games. Nice. Push that bad boy. Call it a day. Okay, tomorrow gonna be extension of today because we're gonna be doing we're gonna be counting all the stones in our control, counting up a total point list, and then we'll have a sort of best of 3 games function, and every time and once there's a winner, it'll show who won and what the points were for that round. Who won, what the points were for that round. So that's going to be next, which is one of the very last steps. And then we'll have made a game, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and we will get some of those final touches done, and then we can worry about some more thorough debugging, and then polishing it up, you know, maybe adding a bit prettier art, making sure the full screen works on different size monitors, which I wasn't able to get because we're detecting our grid, our 2D grid in our game. 2D meaning two-dimensional array table called grid is getting populated based on the mouse position, which when you're running Love, the mouse position is calculated from the top left of any screen. So I've only got it actually rendering the right grid locations if we're not actually sizing the screen. So I need to refactor that code for determining where our mouse position is, translating that to the virtual screen position somehow. And then if I can figure that out, then we should be able to full screen our game on any size computer, thanks to Push, who's going to do the resizing for us. We just need to make sure we don't crash by indexing another nil value. So I think I think that's a way to do it. I think I can do that. I just don't know yet, but we'll get to it when we get to it.